Right, we're live, guys. Hello, everyone. Back with Wilson Wednesdays as usual. Just driving Euro truck, answering questions, which is the original idea of the series, but it's just not been that the last couple of months. Hello, Chew, Riley, and Michael. Hello, everybody. I'm doing something wrong, aren't I? Yes, of course I am. You would think I'm a beginner with some of the things I get wrong before I start streaming. There we go, that's better. How am I? Not too bad. Hello, OAG. Well, no, meh is probably the best way I can describe it. I'm not going to do the longest route today. I don't know how long I should do, to be honest, in terms of route. Probably that one. Oh, it expires in an hour. I'm not going to get there in an hour. Yeah, I saw your message in Discord, Riley. I've not looked at it yet. I don't know if does my character need to sleep at all. Yeah, he does. He's desperately needing sleep.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to select another job when I eventually get to the place, which is over there. How am I? I'm not too bad. I wouldn't say great, but not too bad. The reason why I'm not selecting like the highest paid job or whatever is because this stream is more than likely going to only be 2 hours long.
Turn right.
Combination of not feeling great plus I've been like sort of thinking about the channel and stuff, and especially with Euro Truck, I just don't think it's overly worth it to do 4 because the Euro Truck streams don't do too well in terms of viewership anyway, but especially after like the halfway point it dies off. And that's not just Euro Truck, other streams do it as well, it's just Euro Truck is much more obvious. That's long enough. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking in my head as well. I'm not sure if that change is going to be just Euro Truck streams or if it's going to be every stream. Currently, how I'm feeling, it's leaning towards every stream will be 2 hours. Because, like I was saying, I just don't... When I look into things and whatnot, I don't overly see a obvious reason to do 4. So I'll probably end up only doing 2 hour streams like for pretty much everything. I'm gonna mention a couple of really random things that I forgot to say in the underground stream that was on Monday. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Check something. That felt very delayed. Graphics. VSync's off. I don't think that needs to change, but I'll just change it anyway. But yeah, I don't know. The steering felt delayed. That's what I was trying to check. But the whole reason for it is like it's not just mental health, because usually if I'm feeling, I would say neutral or good, 4 hours is perfectly fine for me personally. It's just I'm more looking into what's best for the channel, and going for those extra 2 hours to make 4 doesn't feel worth it. Because after the 2 hour mark in any stream, and like I said in Euro Truck, it's a little bit more obvious because not many people are watching it in the first place. It just almost doesn't feel like there's a particular worth to it, if that makes sense. Hello Ian, welcome to the stream. But yeah, that's just how I'm feeling right now. But what I was saying is stuff that I forgot to mention in the underground stream. If you remember in the previous Wilson Wednesdays, I was having temperature problems with my graphics card. I've since... This happened before Monday's underground stream, I just forgot to mention it. I've basically bought fans from Amazon. 5-pack of fans only cost me £20 odd, which is great value. Swapped out my intake fans that I used to have, which were set up really badly, may I add. And now I've got 3 fans in the front, and my graphics card temperatures, even though I've now overclocked my graphics card, are still down like 15 degrees versus what they were when I was having the issues in last Wilson Wednesdays. So I've got more performance and my temperatures are more under control. And also, using MSI Afterburner, which you have to be a proper PC user to know what that program is. Using MSI Afterburner, I've limited my FPS, which should apply to every game, not just Euro Truck, to 75, because that's my refresh rate of my monitor. Which will also bring the temperatures down, because the graphics card won't think, oh, let's use all of the power to get as many FPS as possible. It will just use as much as it needs to get to 75. So my temperatures will be really, really low in comparison. But I can't be sure that temperatures was the reason why the game was behaving like a bitch last time. So yeah, it is what it is. How am I? I'm doing okay. Like I said, don't feel massively great. That's why this is going to be pretty much a 2-hour stream. But yeah, not too bad. How about you, Ian? We'll see, Riley. I mean, it could change. It's always changing, isn't it? So I should have got fuel. Why didn't I get fuel? But anyway, trying to remember where we was on this profile, I think what I'm doing, looking at my money amount right now, is saving 250k for another garage. I'm gonna guess that's what I'm doing, because I can't think of another reason why I'd have 215k just chilling. So it must be saving. Sounds good, Ian. In terms of what I've done today, again, as per usual, waking up really late in the afternoon, and then just sort of chilled, really. I mean, the nice thing is because I'm only doing, I'm 90% sure that it's only going to be 2 hours tonight. I mean, it could change, but I don't know if it will. Fucking God. Oh, it's back. I'm guessing you guys can hear me now. The stream very briefly died. Please put in the chat that you can hear and see things. Stream problems. It briefly died, Riley. I thought it had died properly. Okay, right, we are back. I don't know if it was picked up, but I literally almost headbutted the steering wheel. Like, not properly, I put my hands in the way, of course, but yeah. It's just another thing that seems to be going wrong today, I guess.
Keep right, and then
do I use an Ethernet cable? Yes, I've always used one. There's a really long one that goes from downstairs, outside my house, and then back into the bedroom, which then goes into a network switch. And I've had that set up for years now. Hey, Leash. Always use that because it's better for streaming. It's better for everything. Especially with how unreliable the Wi-Fi is in my house. Like, I can't even imagine gaming on Wi-Fi these days, never mind streaming. That's going to be one of those things that, like, if for some reason I lose that functionality, I'm basically going to be stuck. Hey, Seven. But yeah, I got that set up ages ago because, what do you call it? When I used to sim race, my ping used to be a little bit unreliable. It wasn't like painful, but it was not amazing, and that's why I got it set up all that time ago. Be careful of no one's gonna do that though, because it's like It's what are those things called? Like, not, they're like cable clips, but they're like screwed into the side of the house. So the cable is flush with the house, if that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Getting better internet next week. Oh, nice, OAG. You might be able to leave the 144p gang, which will leave Jesse on his own. They're like on the wall then. Basically, yeah, they're like screwed to the wall. The main cable that goes into my room, but then it goes into a network switch which gives me 4 ports to plug 4 devices in, but at the minute it's only my PC that's connected to it. How's Euro Truck been? So far so good. I'm guessing you mean has it lagged? Because I seem to be having that problem all the fucking time. It's so far so good. But I've got this feeling that that's not going to last because Euro Truck seems to break on me all the time, so that's great. Still going to be watching in 1440p. You're not getting that much of an upgrade then, I guess. That kind of sucks. I mean, just in general, I mean, apart from my issues that I've been having, like lag issues, which don't make any sense because it's not to do with my PC, it's nothing to do with any of that. It's the game being shit more than anything. It's the same fun sort of chill game that it always was. It just needs to stop lagging, really, so I can stop having these issues. But I've done some things. Why are you stopping? Like I said, I've done some things like improve the cooling in my computer. My graphics card is now overclocked, which shouldn't make a difference because 2070 versus Euro Truck. I mean, not even close to being like not able to play it, if that makes sense. And yeah, stuff like that. Hello, screen. Someone shooting the cable with a gun. I think if someone were to come with a gun, they're not going to be shooting an Ethernet cable.
Here we are, safe and sound.
But yeah, I'm just waiting for Euro Truck's big lighting update that they're bringing. So I've not seen previews of it, but I don't know if there is any previews of it, but it sounds really exciting. The game, considering how old it is and how old the engine is and all that stuff, it's held up really well. Like, the game is still pretty, and it runs really well, usually. But yeah, we'll see. Accidents happen, I mean, I guess, but 1.7k miles, no! Why is it 1.7? It was... This was supposed to be a short job. Not a short one, but shorter. Wait, are a lot of them ferries or something? There is no ferries. What? How have I managed to... Fuck. The stream's not gonna just be 2 hours then, because somehow I've managed to select a really long job. I swear it was much shorter when I clicked on it. That's really annoying, because the stream's supposed to only be 2 hours long. Good to see you still streaming. I mean, yeah. I mean, I do obviously really enjoy streaming. It's just trying to, like, not cut down on streaming. I'll stream on the same days as I usually would. It's just the streams are, for the most part, going to be a lot shorter. Not a lot shorter, well, half. Why are my brakes not working? I would like one Wilson Wednesday stream without any fucking problems. Well, it seems to be working. Fuck me.
Turn right.
How's my day? Meh. Alright. My day's been pretty typical, like sort of chilling and not really doing a lot, but my mood is different. My mood's not great today. RELCS stream soon. It should be Saturday, DeFil. Should be Saturday. Hey Drumstee, welcome man. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm like... thinking about it logically, it shouldn't make a difference, but I've capped the FPS at 75. Not using VSync, by the way. I've used MSI Afterburner for that. Maybe that's something I can do. Maybe it will miraculously fix any problem that I have. I don't know, to be honest. Oh, fair enough, Scrain. Sorry to hear that, man. I mean, I'm sure the stream will make me feel better a little bit, but like I said, I'm just doing a... Well, I've designed it to be a 2-hour stream, but I've somehow managed to select a really long job, and I'm not really sure how I've done it. So I swear I read that it was like 1.2k miles or 1.3 or something like that, but it's 1.7. Which of course I've done much longer jobs than that before, but that's going to take me over 2 hours, I think. Which is not what I had in mind. Would you take the unofficial PC port over the PSP/PS2 version? Guessing you mean LCS. Yes and no. The reason I say yes is because PC controls. Like I've said many times, I really don't like playing GTA these days on a controller. Even games like GTA 5 where it natively supports a controller on PC, where everything's just properly working, because in the older GTAs you need to use like joy to key, or key to joy, whatever it's called, to get it working properly. So it's great that I can use keyboard and mouse and it works as intended, as it usually would. The reason I'd say no is the bugs. Yeah, people in the comment sections of the videos that I've done so far, which by the way, thank you for the support on the RELCS videos so far. I mean, they're both doing really well, part 1 and part 2, and then part 3 is going to be tomorrow. I've been told in the comment sections various bugs that might happen. You, DeFil, have also told me about bugs that might happen and stuff, and it's just not something that I kind of look forward to. I look forward to seeing the rest of the mod and all the missions working as intended and stuff like that. I'm just not looking forward to these really dumb bugs that are going to happen. Whereas on the PSP, like, of course, the only time I played it on the PSP is using an emulator. I played it years ago on the PS2, and the PS2 awful. The PS2 version is awful. I think I'm sort of in the middle. Safe scenario that bugs and crashes would be mainly fixed. Let's just change the word mainly to they are fixed. Like, there isn't any bugs or crashes. Then yeah, I would probably prefer the PC one. But that's mainly because I struggle to play GTA games on controller these days. That is probably the only reason that I can use keyboard and mouse and it's like properly supported and it's not any weird, like, because I think it's possible to play consoles with a keyboard and mouse, but it's like a really weird workaround unless you're playing on Xbox. PC version looks clean. The PC version, like the mod, is pretty much a direct replica so far from what I've seen. There's no cut corners from what I've seen so far. So, to me, when I'm playing that mod, it genuinely feels like, and I know it's probably really cringy or basic for me to say, I feel like I'm playing LCS. I wouldn't say the PSP version looks awful, not when I streamed it, I'd say it looked pretty good. But it just won't match PC, even though the PC version is a mod. And that's not me being this whole PC master race kind of guy that exists for some reason still in 2021. That's more me being brutally honest. It just looks better, and PC always will look better. So that's one of the main advantages to it. Yes, Grain. This is the reason why I'm so tentative to say, oh, I prefer the PC mod, because there's some really strange bugs / crashes that I've been told about. Of course, so far I've only experienced one crash. Is this lane disappearing? It is, isn't it? Okay. I'm just gonna have to be very cheeky. Bully this guy. This is illegal, but it's fine. But yeah, that's the whole reason I was so tentative, because I've heard of these really strange bugs and crashes. I've experienced one myself, where when I pressed new game, the game crashed for some reason. But yeah, if none of that was there, I'd probably easily say the PC version's better. It's just doing something that I've wanted for years, and that's bringing LCS to PC. I just wish the VCS version was finished and working and stuff, because I could probably look past the fact that it's on the San Andreas engine and it feels out of place. I could probably look past that if it was all finished and there were no bugs. And I would enjoy it, but it isn't, and it never will be. Colours are just too oversaturated. In which version, DeFil? Do you mean the PC one or the PSP one? PSP, yeah. I mean, I don't remember, because when I did VCS and LCS what feels like years ago, it probably wasn't, but it feels like years ago. Come on, just let me... The AI is so stupid. If that were real life, you would back off and let me continue with it, not carry on speeding up. Yeah. I don't massively remember the PSP versions, because when I did LCS and VCS, like I said, it feels like years ago. It probably wasn't, but it feels like it. So I don't really remember. I just remember that the running those games on an emulator was perfectly fine for me, and I didn't really notice any massive problems with it. It just felt like I was playing LCS and VCS. So, I don't know. The oversaturation I can't comment on, because I just can't remember. Up until those series that I did, 7, I was the same. I'd only played them both on PS2. And of course, back then I would have been like, oh, this is fine, this is GTA, this. Yeah, it's great. But if I did it these days, I would probably realise just how shit the PS2 versions are. In comparison. Yeah, I know what you mean, DeFil. I mean, I remember when I was playing like games like Vice City 3 and San Andreas on PS4, trying to get the trophies. I just remember cutting the game because of the lock-on system, which back in the day on like PS2 and stuff was perfectly fine. But when you've played PC for years, and I'm not the best person at aiming, like I'm far from. But when you can aim at someone very quickly like you can on a PC, you just kind of,
Right.
you just
And
can't
then
play on
exit
controller
right.
anymore, and that's my problem. I can't play GTA with a controller anymore.
Exit right.
The only way out that I could is like in GTA 4 or 5, either or. I can maybe drive with a controller and probably enjoy it. But the rest of it, no. When it comes to shooting or controlling your character, just no. Couldn't do it. See, I don't know how you can play it screen, honestly. Like, I'm not sure how long you've been a PC gamer for or anything like that, but just don't know how you can go back to a controller. Yeah, you see, I never experienced that, DeFil. I never played GTA 4, like, on a console. So I never experienced the auto aim. Started as a console gamer though, I've actively played on PC since 2016, but so did I. I used to be all console until I believe 2012 is when I made my Switch, but I had like a really shit laptop, like it had a Celeron processor and no graphics card, so it was just using the integrated Intel ones. So I barely played anything, even San Andreas was really difficult to run. I'd say where I became a proper PC gamer was 2014 when I got my first PC. But think about 2014, that is... How many years is that? That's 7. It won't be 7 yet. Like, after I got my first PC, but it's roughly 7 years. Like, doing PC gaming for 7 years, it just feels impossible to go to a console. Yeah, to be fair, like, I never properly built a brand new system, like, where I got all the parts and built it, like, every single part was new. My PC is just done this thing where it's evolved. Like, first it started with the graphics card, and then that was a GTX 970. Then I realised the i3 that I had at the time was bottlenecking the shit out of my 970, so I bought an i5. And then there was stuff like buying SSDs, stuff like that. Buying a new case, and then it eventually... I think it was the same year, maybe even the same month, that I got an RTX 2070, and then the rest of the system, which was obviously my 6-core i7, the Z378 Prime motherboard, and the rest of it. I don't think it was the same year, actually. I think it was like 1 year before, maybe. I might have at one point had my 8700K and a GTX 970. Although I thought that the parts that I have now is what I... Unless I got the R70... Try again. Unless I got the 2070 before I upgraded everything else. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, DeFil, there's... I think ultimately, right, where PC gets its advantages, and like, this is obviously opinionated. If you're a console gamer, I'm not knocking console gamers. I've got a PlayStation 4 down there, and sometimes... I haven't played it in ages, but I don't mind playing it. I can't really knock console gaming properly. Not like some of these PC Master Race people can. I think a couple of the main advantages of PC, and like, feel free to add your own, anyone that is a PC gamer in the chat. Number one, you don't pay anything in terms of like subscriptions. I mean, there's obviously subscriptions out there that you can get, like Humble Monthly, EA's Game Pass, etc. But you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to buy Xbox Live or buy PS Plus. You just have the PC and then you're off. Two, the selection of games, like especially the smaller like indie games, like tycoon games, stuff like that. They're not really on console. 3, modding, of course. You can transform an entire game using mods. And then there was another one, so it is 4. And 4, emulators. If you wanted to play PS2 games, you don't need a PS2. You wanted to play PSP games, you don't need a PSP. You wanted to play Game Boy or DS games, you don't need a Game Boy or DS. You can just play them on your PC. Yeah, it's not the same, I get that, but at least you can. Feel free to add your own advantages that you would consider. I would say though that I'm kind of thinking one that someone might say is the controls, like keyboard and mouse, but you've got to remember, unless you've done it before, people that's played consoles all their lives and don't play PC are not going to know what it feels like and what the advantages are to that. So that's subjective to people that's already PC gamers. Like, I'm more aiming this conversation towards, if someone was a console gamer, why would they move to PC? That's what I'm sort of aiming it towards. Well, yeah, DeFil, but console... The whole point of the conversation was like... I'm sort of like trying to steer the conversation to where... Why would a console gamer make the switch, sort of thing, rather than... Yeah, because I remember when I first started playing PC, and keyboard and mouse, I just couldn't do at first. And I'm still not great with it, like in terms of like playing shooting games and stuff, but I'm better. But when I first started, I was awful. Like, it must have been all the hours in San Andreas that made me learn it, because you don't have to be like rapid, like you need to react within milliseconds to shoot someone. Ah, fair enough, Screen, that's a decent one. Yeah, the amazing games on console. Gran Turismo, Drive Club, both PS4 exclusives, or PlayStation exclusives. Both are really good games, I'd really like them. But they never came to PC. I guess you could say the same with LCS and VCS, I suppose. Of course, now we have workarounds like emulators and a mod that replicates LCS, but... Midnight Club. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't personally mention it. I've played Midnight Club in the past, I don't know which one, but I know I've played it, but it's not one of those that actively comes to mind. Well, I don't know about that DeFil. I mean, I can't say that it does or it doesn't, because I have owned an Xbox One, but I think I've told you this before. The only time I ever used it was to play a Blu-ray when the internet was off, and I didn't have the Blu-ray driver installed to my PS4, which needed internet. So I literally had an Xbox One, used it once to play a Blu-ray, and sold it again. Great. I'll tell you something though, about using controllers. Obviously I said earlier that I can't really use controllers anymore. There is one game I can think of on PC that I would use a controller for, and I wouldn't use the wheel for either. It is a racing game, Forza. Because from a past experience, using a controller on Forza is a million times better than using a wheel. Because for some reason the wheel support in Forza is just awful. At least from past experience. It might be because I've got a T300 RS, it's a PlayStation wheel. But that shouldn't make a difference because it's compatible with PC. It should be exactly the same. Oh yeah, I guess you're right, DeFil. PSN is can be a bit shaky at times. I suppose you're right about that. Yeah, that's true, Scrain. I mean, you sort of wish you didn't have to do that because virtual LAN software can be a bit of a pain in the arse. But I suppose that there is that option. It may be because, DeFil, that Xbox, correct me if I'm wrong, runs a modified version of Windows. That's what it runs on. Whereas PlayStation runs on, I guess, their own OS. Or something. Maybe it's something that's Linux based, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what PlayStation runs on these days. But I just know, I'm pretty sure that Xbox is like a modified version of Windows, that's what it runs on. Windows 10 in particular. But when you use virtual LAN screen, it wouldn't be populated because the only people that could be able to join you is the people that know that your virtual LAN exists and people that's got the details for it. So it's not exactly surprising that nothing's populated because don't you need each other's details to actually be able to use it? I mean, yeah, you could advertise it. I mean, there's, I guess, official servers that have got their details just sort of on websites or on forums or whatever, but yeah. I don't know. My guy needs to sleep. I don't know whether to pull over now. Actually, I can't really do that. I'm like boxed in over here. Yeah, let's go a bit longer. Watch him yawn now. Hey, DRS. I really don't want to be in this lane. I really, really don't want to be in this lane. I'm just going to go to... I think 55 won't find me. Okay. 54. Let's slow down a bit. Let's go to 53. That's not going to find me. It shouldn't, anyway. Let's just bully this guy because I need to get over here.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Right, my guy's going to yawn any second now.
Exit right.
Speed limit change. 40? That's 25 miles an hour. Slip knitted again? What? What do you mean? Oh, sleep. Yes. I slept before the start of the job, but now he needs to sleep again because he's tired for some reason. He was indicating right, but he's not actually turning right. Okay, sure. Actually, what am I doing? I need to be in this lane, if anything. Yeah. I don't know though, because I'm too used to being able to download anything that I need. Why is my... Just realised the game is like super loud. Is the game like... Have you been able to hear me properly this entire time? So I've just noticed the game is really loud. Well, from what OBS is picking up anyway, this frame rate does not feel like 75.
Keep right.
But apparently it is.
Exit right.
Yes, no problem. I mean, the game's not the loudest game in the world.
Exit.
Like, just overall, but it is a little bit on the loud side. According to OBS, anyway. I don't know how accurate that is, but I've turned it down a little bit more just in case. Liking the new Firefox redesign. I haven't used Firefox in years. For the last time I used it was when I used to work at that education place I mentioned before. There was a bit of, not software, but it was like it was a system that we needed to use through web browsers, and it only worked with Firefox. It was really weird because we had like 3 internet browsers installed at the same time. Like pretty much everyone in the office, everyone had Internet Explorer, Chrome, and Firefox because you needed all 3. So there were some systems that work on Firefox but don't work on the others. There were some systems that work on Chrome but not the others. And then there were some systems that worked on Internet Explorer but not the others. It was really weird. So reliable. We'll stream some more Need for Speed games in the future. No immediate plans to do that screen, but I don't see why not. I don't even know what my immediate plans are, to be honest. I mean, there's the things that make sense, like Underground multiplayer every Monday, Wilson Wednesdays, and then GTA modding on Saturdays. Oh, and FFS Fridays on Fridays. And then I've got video days. Which again, videos, because I stopped doing Assetto Corsa, it's like really difficult to plan out. Like, the nice thing is tomorrow's video is already recorded, so I need to wake up tomorrow, basically edit, render, do the thumbnail, upload, done. The recording bit is done, but the rest of it, not really. What's up, MTB with Ben? Why does my guy need to sleep again? They should have made a perk for like what you can spend your skill points on, where the guy can like drive longer without needing to sleep. But it's probably to make it realistic, because there's a rule with drivers like truck drivers where you have to sleep every so many miles, I guess. Right. Nice thing is, right, I can buy a garage. I can now buy the next garage. I'm going to count down from 3, and you guys are going to tell me where I should buy this garage. So, and the first answer I'll just take. So 3, 2, 1, go. First one is what I will do, where I'll buy the garage. I mean, I can disable it, but that's not realistic. Paris, okay, Paris. DeFil, you win the competition. That wasn't even close. Garage purchase. Paris. Where is Paris? Somewhere in France, obviously. There it is. 247. Large garage. Boom. Boom. Cool. I mean, I can't put any trucks or drivers in it just yet, but we have the garage, so that's good. And that's the first garage that's not in the UK, by the way. The rest of them are, remember? Do I need fuel? I mean, not right now, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Because we're here. We might as well. Can I go to Bristol? I mean, I'm kind of driving to, if I remember correctly, Finland. Tartu. I think that is Finland, but I don't know. Because this is only going to be a 2-hour stream. Well, that's what it's designed to be. I think, honestly, because of the mistake that I made picking a longer job somehow. It'll probably be a bit over 2 hours, but I'm not going to go any longer than this job, if that's the case. No, I don't think so, DeFil. What it'll mean is the next F1 games, more importantly to me, are going to be made by EA. Or EA is going to have a big say in what happens with them, I guess. which is probably going to ruin the F1 series. Because the F1 series of games, with every year that passed, got better and better and better. Whether it's with new features or the way the cars handled, all that stuff. They were getting better and better and better. But now that EA is kind of in charge, I don't have much hope for F1 2021. And it's really annoyed me. But then again, Take-Two was going to buy Codemasters. Luckily that didn't happen. But then EA did it. I honestly don't know which one I prefer. I don't know who I'd want to make the next F1 game out of EA and Take-Two. Because either of them, I think, are going to make a really shit game. So I don't know who would make the less shit game out of the two. Well, I think Codemasters are still going to make the game. It's just obviously with EA or Take-Two or I guess it is EA. They're going to obviously have a massive say in what happens with the game and stuff. That's what I'm afraid of. Because Codemasters are probably going to want to stick to what they've been doing. Which is making the game better and better and better year after year. But then it's going to... Then, like, EA is going to step in and be like, oh, actually, we're going to do it. We want it done this way. And then it's just going to be ruined. It's like the name of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the name of the game changed from F1 2021 to either F1 21 or F1 2K21. The name of it's probably going to change. Hey, full life free. What kind of steering wheel do I use? I use a Thrustmaster T300 RS. And then the rest of the equipment I've got is T3PA Pro pedals and a TH8A shifter. That's all of the equipment. Can you do me a favour? Mum's just texted me. Can you... Sorry guys, I'm back. Right. If MW 2012 was called Burnout 2012, it would probably have higher ratings. Yeah, Most Wanted 2012 was fucking awful. I don't think I've played it, you know. I might have played it once, but that was probably enough for me. Yeah, licensing in terms of racing games is a really big problem. There was a point, you guys probably don't remember this, or maybe you do, but it probably didn't bother you if you weren't like playing every PC, like racing sim and all that under the sun like I was. There was a point where the Porsche license, or Porsche, however you want to say it, like, none of us are wrong either way, was only was basically EA exclusive. So there was plenty of racing sims out there that wanted to put Porsches in the game, in their games, like Porsche race cars, like the 919 Hybrid or the 911 RSR or the 911 Cup car, 911 GT3, etc. There was a point where Porsche was exclusive to EA, and no one could get the license because of that. That got lifted, and when that got lifted, there were so many racing simulators that were basically announcing, oh, we've managed to acquire a Porsche license. So here's a shitload of Porsche cars. Like, take Assetto Corsa, for example. There's 3 DLC packs dedicated to Porsches. Like Porsche Pack 1, Porsche Pack 2, Porsche Pack 3. That is literally the name of them. But that all happened when EA or Porsche or however it worked, basically they didn't have exclusive to it. Yeah, RUF, RUF, Roof, however you want to say it. How many games did that brand appear in? Let's see. Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, iRacing. There was probably more. Maybe even Forza? Maybe? There were so many games that had roofs or roofs. Which, of course, they're real cars. They're not like fictional Porsches, which at one point I thought that's what they were. But I think that they are actually real. But yeah, that was basically what a lot of games and simulators did to bring, I guess, Porsche to the game, even though it wasn't Porsche. It's really, yeah, it's really weird. But, yeah, that was a pretty shit time for racing games and racing simulators, because everyone wanted Porsches. Like, whether it was their race cars or their road cars, because their road cars are fantastic. Like, of course, I've never driven one in real life, but the simulated versions are really good. The cars are beautiful, they perform really well. But yeah, everyone wanted them, but they couldn't have them because they were exclusive to EA, which is really sad. Shit. That was close. Shouldn't have been following him so close. Okay, that guy is like sleeping apparently. I'll just... Yep, sure. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, Screen. That sounds a bit weird. Yeah, DRS, that's what Roof is, yeah. It's like epic tuned Porsche cars, but they're all pretty eh. Like, I've driven a couple of them in Assetto Corsa. The one that really stands out to me is the Roof Yellowbird, which is probably based on a really old 911 Carrera or something like that from like the 70s. And that car is brutal to drive. Like, I can't drive it. Like, if you remember me saying in that one video how brutal Group C cars are to drive, I'd say the Roof Littlebird, or Yellowbird, it's Yellowbird I think, well, it's probably even more brutal. Not because of its power, because it's got a lot less power than a Group C car. It's just, it's got really old tyres, it hasn't got the downforce, it hasn't got the brakes. Yellowbird, that's it. I thought it was Yellowbird. I might have said Littlebird a couple of times. If I did, I apologise. I don't know why that was coming to mind. Yeah, it's one of the hardest cars to drive IRL. I mean, when you drive the Assetto Corsa version, you can kind of feel that. At one point, Jimmeh Broadbent, because I've mentioned this before, he does his Nordschleifer Hot Lap series. When he released the video of the Roof Yellowbird hot lap for Nordschleifer, I'm pretty sure he said it was the hardest lap of the Nordschleifer he's ever driven. And yeah, I can kind of see why. Okay, I'll go over here then. Fastest car in the late 80s, yeah. Yeah, no one wants a Honda Civic. Which is okay by me. It's like fucking awful. you know what the funny thing is? One of my proudest... When I used to do sim racing, like competitively, one of my proudest moments in my sim racing career, if you want to call it that, I was actually driving a Civic touring car. Which is kind of sad. I didn't upload it personally to YouTube, but in 2017, I think it was, we did, basically me and my teammate Lewis McGlade, who you've seen knocking around the Discord and the channel previously and stuff. Basically, for the final round of the championship, we decided to do a charity round where every point that we scored, we donated £1 to Breast Cancer Care Charity. And I decided on the night where we're paying money to charity for every point that we scored, I decided I would get my first win of the season, and actually my first win of the year. So great. Which cost me, from that race alone, £25. But it went to a good cause, I suppose. The cars were bright pink as well, it was great. Well, they were like pink and white. But yeah, I decided to get my only win of that year when we were donating to charity for every point that we scored. Any plans when the stream is done? Probably just chilling. Got some food on the way, which is gonna make me really happy. But then other than that, just probably just relaxing and stuff. I mean, I should really be like trying to put some time into like planning content and stuff, but I seem to be doing that all the time. To be honest, like that, I'm always like, even when I'm sat watching YouTube and stuff, I'm always, my brain always goes towards the channel, like, what shall I do next? What shall I do on this day? What shall I improve? How am I going to improve it, etc. I'm like so fixated on the channel these days. Which is why I was like thinking, why the thought was in my head that from now on streams are going to be 2 hours instead of 4. Because I thought it through and how overall not worth it is to go for 4 usually. Shit. I will say something though, guys, on the topic of the channel. Oh, nice, OAG. Topic of the channel, because we're sort of on the topic. Of course, January is not far from being over. January, in terms of every statistic on the channel, actually exceeds December, apart from one, and that's probably obvious. I don't even probably need to say which one it is. Revenue. That's the only statistic on the channel that's massively down compared to December, but everything else, like watch time, views, new subscribers, likes, etc., is all much higher than December. So I'd say January is a success. As an overall. Yeah, 2.27k, 27, yeah. The thing is, because of how YouTube AdSense works and all that, so Google AdSense, I guess, I'll not be getting paid in February. From January, because it's not been high enough. I mean, there's still time for that to happen, but doesn't seem like I'd get enough, to be honest, which is fine because everything else about the channel's going super well, which is great. But yeah, apart from that, it's all the statistics are great. Still enjoy making videos? Yes, I'm struggling a little bit these days, as I've mentioned, because of getting rid of Assetto Corsa has gotten rid of a lot of plans. So I'm kind of always thinking what to do next in terms of videos. So I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still enjoying streaming and stuff, so I will keep doing it while I enjoy it. But yeah, it's a little bit tougher. Since getting rid of Assetto Corsa, it's a little bit tougher. You'll cover my mod soon? Yeah, I'm currently covering RELCS, but once WilsonPlays Nightmare mod Vice City Edition comes out, there'll be plenty of videos and a stream or two on it, which will help with content and stuff. I actually looked at the suggestions list the other day, sort of scrolled through how many games there is there, and I've not got any plans to start to tackle that list because I'm sort of enjoying what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't want to change it. I don't want to stream something that I might not enjoy. If that makes sense. I mean, I know you guys have obviously suggested those games and you really want me to play them and stuff, but I would much prefer to keep streaming what I'm enjoying at the minute.
Go straight on.
And I don't want to jinx anything, but Euro Truck has behaved all the way through the stream so far, so my enjoyment for Wilson Wednesdays has come back. At least on the Euro Truck perspective. Oh, nice, DRS. I mean, you can keep me waiting longer. Like, I don't mind waiting because some things are worth waiting for, and I just know that mod is going to be worth waiting for. So you don't need to rush anything. You don't need to give me a version by a certain date. You don't need to do any of that. Just, you know, when you feel like the mod is in like a usable state, let's say, then send it me. Don't like building hype and failing to deliver it. Yeah, but the thing is, DRS, I know you're not going to fail to deliver that hype. It doesn't matter how long it takes, I just know the mod is going to be great. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I know, Ian. If they were on PS4, I would have bought them, in all honesty. Like, even though we have the LCS for PC mod and we have emulators that I can play those games on, I would probably still buy like the PS4 versions of them if they existed, which they don't, sadly. Because I'm like you, I love trophies and achievements and stuff. One thing I've been sort of on and off doing recently is trying to further my progress getting Assetto Corsa achievements. I don't know if I will ever get all of them, because I don't know if anyone has seen this, but Assetto Corsa has 709 achievements. And the ones I'll definitely not be able to get are the drifting ones, because I can't drift. And I don't have the patience to learn. Not drifting anyways. Racing, of course, like the actual races or hot lapping or anything like that, that's simple enough for me.
Go straight on.
Because I'm not a beginner. Like, I can drive a car pretty quick, usually. But the drifting ones are going to be pretty much impossible for me. Because I'm shit at drifting and I really don't want to learn how to do it. 709, that's overkill. You say that, but let's say there's like multiple achievements per, because it has this thing called special events, and if you want to compare it to something in Need for Speed, then it's the challenge series. Do you know how Need for Speed has challenge series? The special events thing in Assetto Corsa is that, basically. But let's say you were doing a race. If you did it on the maximum difficulty, which is Alien, which I think is 98% AI difficulty out of 100. If you won the race, you get 4 achievements. You get the bronze, silver, gold, and then I think the other one is golden glory, which is the Alien one. So doing a race and doing it on maximum difficulty will give you 4 achievements. So it is still a lot of achievements, but it's not as much as you think it is if you think about it that way. Hey Jeremiah. 1 achievement in AC is 100 kilometers. Yeah, that's easy mode. Like, there's only 3 of those DeFil though. There's like 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers, and 300 kilometers, but that's it. Those are the really easy mode ones. And then there's like set 10 laps in hot lap mode. Like that again is easy because you just go in hot lap mode and then just drive 10 laps. Doesn't matter how fast you are. You just drive 10 laps. There's some really easy ones. But there's also some really difficult ones. Like for me in particular, the drifting ones. The drifting related achievements. I can't drift. Not consistently anyway. And I don't have the patience to learn how to drift. Is there a 2CV mod for AC? Probably. AC is like... Basically, if you can think of a car, there's probably a mod for it. It's very rare that I think of a car that I want to drive for AC, and then try and find a mod for it and it doesn't exist. It's very rare. But of course, you've got things like pretty low quality mods that are out there as well.
Go straight on.
Again, DeFil, that probably exists. If you were to Google it or YouTube search it or whatever, you would probably find it. Two CV Trophy Cup in a French track. I mean, Le Mans. No. I mean, I can do it in my own time, DRS, but there probably wouldn't be a stream or a video on it for all the reasons I stopped doing AC streams and videos. Which is, of course, nobody gives a shit. Well, it's not that nobody gives a shit, it's just as an overall. Not many people really like it. That's how you request an infinite stream. 25 laps. It depends on what circuit, though. If you were to say the Nordschleife, then that's probably going to be a 24-hour stream. Le Mans, multiple hours, but not 24. But at a regular track, it might be a regular stream length. Yeah, I know what you mean, OAG. What's the time in your country now? It is 8 minutes past 7. But this is a 2-hour stream, I think. Yeah, I think I'm 1 hour behind the majority of you guys. Because most of you are from, like, mainland Europe. Which the majority of places there is 1 hour behind. 1 hour ahead, sorry. I'm 1 hour behind. 5 hours behind you? Where are you from, Full Life? Oh, US. Oh, you're behind me. You're 5 hours behind me. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, same, Jeremiah. I mean, the light you can see behind me is my light in my room. It's not daylight. It's the same for us. It goes darker roughly around 4 PM. On the topic of lights as well, that was something I was looking up last night. Trying to find like a pretty cheap way to light my face up in a stream, just so the camera performs a bit better. And I can have the light behind me off. I've been looking at like stuff like ring lights, you know, to put either behind my screen or behind my desk or whatever, just to light my face up, so the camera's not struggling so much. So of course at the minute I've got the light behind me, which doesn't make a difference, and then the only other light I've got is my screens. Which, of course, a lot of it is bright, but yeah. Yeah, for panels of €5, that would help me out a lot. Yeah, I've got to be careful though, because I think I'd need something that like goes behind my desk. Because actually on the surface of my desk, because I've got 3 monitors, I've got my mic, I've got keyboard, mouse, steering wheel, shifter, speakers, other things that's just all over my desk. On my actual desk, there's not any room to put anything like that. Not reliably anyway, it'd be like rammed onto the desk if I had it. So it'd have to be like a stand-up light that goes behind my desk if I was to get anything. You can get ring lights that have like really tall stands on them, but I don't know if that would be good enough. Plus, behind my desk is off to the left of me. Like if I point, you can see, pretty sure you can see my finger here. It's that way. It's not quite like straight on. Oh, straight on, sorry. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, currently it's fine, right? Because remember in the past I had a lot of like focusing issues and quality issues with my camera. But I think these days it's behaving, I think. I've not really noticed a problem in a while with how the camera picks me up these days. So maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe that's just one of those things where I could do that to advance the quality of the stream a bit more, but it's not necessary. Yeah, pretty much DRS. I mean, Australia, I believe, I could be wrong, but
Go straight on.
I think I'm right in saying this. They are 12 hours ahead of the UK? Somewhere around there? It's 6 AM in Australia now, so that's... what is that? That's 11 hours ahead of the UK. I'm not really sure what the temperature is in the UK at the minute, but it's been really, really cold these days. Of course, it's winter, but it's been a really cold winter.
Go straight on.
But I've got a fully overclocked computer to keep me warm, I suppose. Ah, fair enough, Seven. You're from Canada. I think you're the only viewer of mine that is from Canada. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head that's from Canada. I could be wrong, but... yeah. It's nice to reach a lot of different places. Yeah, we've had some snow where I am, but it's not been anything too exciting, like lots of it. You haven't had snow? Fair enough. I mean, the thing with snow is it looks pretty, but it also puts your life on hold. I mean, life's pretty much on hold anyway with the whole lockdown stuff, but yeah. It's even worse when it's snowing. What is snow? Oh, nice, DeFil. AI in front of me is making me really nervous, because if he hits the brakes, I'm going into the back of him, I think. I need to, like, I'm going to hover my foot above the brake. Which probably should do anyway, but still. Oh yeah, DeFil, that's why any Finnish racing driver is a really good rally driver. Something you notice, like, when you watch motorsport, not just F1, but, like, endurance racing, all that kind of thing, you notice that the Finnish drivers, when they have a slide or anything like that, they're always the best to keep it going. or whatever. It's like Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen in F1. Like, they're really good in, like, rainy conditions and stuff. Not that I know of, screen, but sure, I guess. Yeah, Finland is the motherland of rally. City. Speed limit going to stay 50 or is it going to increase? Or decrease, sorry. Looks like it's staying 50 for right now. I'll just punch it a little bit. Let's see if we can get past everybody.
Keep right and then exit right.
That was well executed. I like that. Yeah, definitely. DRS. My guy needs to sleep. Again. Is UK windy? It can be. At the minute, I don't know. I've not been outside today. Yeah. You still here? I know, Ian. FS minigames updated. Hope to see you on Friday. You should see me on Friday. Yeah, the FFS Friday should happen this week. It was a pretty last minute decision to
and then continue
not stream on Friday. The Friday that's just been, but
go straight on.
Should be fine. This is interesting. Let's hope the whole road's not blocked. You fixed the cube. Oh my god. No! I liked the cube being broken. Anyway. Yeah, this is totally legal. That was an invisible wall. Sure.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Oh, good God.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Oh, that took that took all my money. My guy still needs to sleep. I've also got 1% cargo damage. Where's the rest thing in this place? Eh. God, what am I doing? Right, do a full U-turn. Yeah, have you fixed the flashing arena thing on that tanks game mode? That'd be my next question. So that was awful. Why can't I sleep here? Why is the game doing me like this? Is there another parking spot in the corner? That's not a parking spot, is it? Or is it? No, it's not. Why is it not letting me sleep? The fuck? Oh, what? Oh, I've jackknifed. Honestly. I mean, the yellow flashing light? Yeah, I guess, but it's the whole arena that's flashing. Like, don't have that shit in the fucking game. Like, it might be cool that it's
A new route.
syncing to the music and stuff like that, but all it is a big fucking annoyance. I don't want to have to put health warnings on my streams just because there's a really strange flashing light in one of the arenas. Which arena? It's the tanks game mode thing. There's like an arena where the whole edge of the fucking map is like flashing yellow. No, it doesn't usually. There we go. So rave arena? I mean, maybe. If that's probably the intention, but they've done it all wrong. Like, it hurt my eyes. Right, I've got damage and I'm going to be late to this job. Which is great. What a great thing.
Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right.
3 more game modes are added. Nice.
Turn right.
Can't believe that happened. 1% cargo damage. That's going to be a big penalty as well. You wouldn't think it would be because of 1%. But that's going to be a lot of money we're about to lose out on. Not that I mind, because this profile's getting to the point now where I've got quite a few drivers and they're all increasing in level and stuff, and they bring in a really decent amount of money. So it's not like the end of the world, but it would just be nice not to have to spend that much. I mean, to be fair, DRS, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to basically go flat out. Because I'm gonna be massively late for this job. Which is a bit shit. Alright, no one come this other way. Come on, red car, hurry up. Come on, Mondeo. Board Mondeo, go, 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 go. Oh, it's fine, Ian. Don't worry, man. Flat out 3 streams soon. No. I mean, to be fair, like, just going on full life's point, some people would find building a company in this game really boring, which I kind of understand. That crash is still there, isn't it? Why is it still there? I can't go straight on. I'm gonna hit an invisible wall again. I'm gonna have to go this way, but is it gonna redirect me properly? This is one of those really annoying things at the minute about this game. It has these road events, which is great and all, but they're just so counterintuitive. Because I should be able to add an avoid area marker. What? Add new avoid area. So like here? And then I can get rid of this, right? Are you serious? It's gonna bring me all the way round? Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Just hope this works. But yeah, it's really... It should do it automatically, to be honest, if you ask me. Like, if there's a crash and you're not supposed to go that way, then you need to... It should do it automatically where it sets up a diversion for you. It just doesn't do that. To be honest, I think that's one thing I'm going to do as well. Is I'm going to disable road events. They're cool and all, but they're really irritating. I'm just going to disable them. They don't make much of a difference, and they're seemingly really random. It's not road events. It's detours. What? What do you mean? Detours. Oh, right, okay. Turn them off. Right, thank you. Yeah, those things are really irritating. So now I can turn this off, right? So that should have despawned.
Time to hit the road.
Yeah, the detours are really annoying. Because the game doesn't automatically put you the right way. If like the map automatically updated, like it said accident ahead, here is a detour, then sure, but it doesn't. It just makes you go towards it, and then you can only deal with it once you're there. I should have turned around there. I should have made an illegal U-turn. Don't do it here. Fuck it. This job's been a bit of a disaster. I mean, I've only got 1% of damage, but I think I'm going to be late to the actual job. Bit irritating, but whatever. Yeah, that's what I should have called the trucking company. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I think it's just WilsonPlays Trucking, isn't it? Or something like that. Yes, Ian. Yes, it is. It's got every mission.
Keep right, and then exit right.
It's still here? Why is it still here?
Right.
I turned them off. How is that not despawned? I fucking went miles away. For God's sake. Are you sure it's not road events? Or do I need to turn them both off? Oh, this is so irritating. Go. Right, where do I need to go then? Where is the game trying to get me to go? That way. Oh.
Ready to roll.
I don't think it despawns the existing ones. Well, it should. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to again go a massive detour. It should despawn existing ones, so it doesn't make any sense that it doesn't. is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna be so late for this job. Plus 1% of damage. It's actually, it's one of those features that's really cool, and it's probably adds a bit more simulation value to it, but you can't do anything until you're actually at it. Whereas, like, in the real world, you would either have the radio telling you about diversions, or even your navigation, your sat-nav, can tell you about diversions or detours, or like accidents ahead and stuff like that. Are you likely to lose a lot of money if you're late? You wouldn't lose, well, yeah. You'd lose how much you're going to get for the job. It wouldn't come out of the bank account, though.
Keep right, and then turn right.
I'll probably... I mean, it could even be to a point where I get absolutely nothing for this job.
Turn right.
Plus, there's the 1% damage, which I'm likely to lose, even though it sounds like I wouldn't lose a lot, because it's only 1%. You do lose a lot in this game for it. Oh my god, please. Oh, this is painful. Sounds good, DRS. The actual cargo, full life. There's 8% to the trailer and 1% to the cargo. It was when I hit that invisible wall. Which is probably just the game's way of saying, no, you can't run over these people. But, yeah. And now I'm going to be stuck doing around 30 miles an hour for the next so many 100 miles because the trucks ahead of me don't know how to drive. I've said this many times, Full Life. Like, anytime I stream this game, I've probably said it in every single stream. The AI, they do well. For the most annoying bit about the AI for me is roundabouts, because they have no idea how to do them properly. I mean, in real life, I'm a licensed driver. I've obviously learned to drive and all that stuff. I know how roundabouts work, and how the AI do it isn't correct. So I'm doing it the correct way, and then they end up crashing into me because they're not doing it the correct way. That's the most irritating bit of the game. I suppose I could play American Truck Simulator. America doesn't have roundabouts. That was something I wanted to ask you guys as well. This was a bit of an idea that I sort of thought of and stuff. With Wilson Wednesdays, do you want me to start alternating between Euro Truck and American Truck? So that could be something I could do. It's just, if I start doing that, American Truck's going to be a fresh profile. It was our idea. I thought of it as well.
It was.
Right, okay. It was Alicia's idea, not mine. Apparently. Yeah, because I haven't played American Truck Simulator in years. I know it's a Euro Truck and American Truck are basically the same game. It's just obviously where they're set that's different, and the trucks themselves. Could be fun. But if I were to start doing that, then
Get ready to turn right.
I'd have to start from scratch with American Truck, because I don't have a profile. Try to stream American Truck Simulator, Wilson. That's what we were talking about, like alternating for Wilson Wednesdays between Euro Truck and American Truck. So like, let's imagine I start doing it now. This week is Euro Truck, and then next week is American. Have we got a light, please? Thank you. Yeah, I need to make a clips channel, DRS. I forgot to do that. I'm gonna make a clips channel after the stream, and then I want you guys to a clips Discord channel. That's what I mean. I want you guys to put in all your votes for clips and stuff for January. So only include January streams. And then the video will probably be released, probably not the 1st of February, but it'll be, like, let's say the 4th or the 5th or something like that. Well, I guess you're right, Full Life, but you have to do the same with Euro Truck. Like Euro Truck, you don't have Scandinavia unless you pay for it. If you don't have like Turkey and stuff, I believe, unless you pay for it. Italy as well. So I guess you can make that complaint about either game. No, Ian, there's only Euro Truck and American Truck. Oh yeah, it had a lot more than 3 countries, yeah. Definitely. I remember when American Truck was first released, and they were using a scale that was tiny, but then they updated it to be the same scale as Euro Truck. Which is like 1 in... I don't know what the scale they're using now, but I remember initially the map was tiny. Yeah, it would be a little confusing. DRS. Had only 2 states at launch. Yeah, but at least they made the game. Because...
and then continue straight on.
I know there was plenty of American YouTubers that loved Euro Truck, but obviously dreamed of having one for America. They ended up doing it. Oh, it's fine, Michael, I know. I wanna quit, believe me. But yeah, it just seems near impossible at the minute. I know it's really bad. Yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna love about American Truck if I start streaming it, is how wide the roads are. Some of the roads in Euro Truck are really, really narrow. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is something I remember from playing American Truck years ago. Like, a lot of the map in American Truck is straight lines. Now, the highways are really long, but even the roads that are like, in this game would be countryside roads or country roads, the ones in American Truck are still pretty much straight lines. That would be the very definition of a chill stream. If I only have to drive in a straight line. Yeah, 5-lane highways, that sort of thing. But I suppose it would be great. I mean, there's obviously DLCs that I don't have for American Truck. They're in my Steam wish list. Like, Idaho is one of them. I don't know if that one's released yet. I think one of them that's in my wish list isn't released. I'm not sure. I don't follow it all that closely. But there are states that I don't have. No worries, Ian. Thanks for tuning in, man. Enjoy your football.
Go straight on.
Watching things. And have a good evening and stuff like that. But I think it'd be a great idea. It's just obviously we would make progress really slowly on the American Truck profile, because we have to start from the beginning. But what I might do with American Truck is make it like proper super serious, like no loans allowed. Imagine that. I would be a solo trucker for ages if I did that.
Go straight on.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, Full Life. I'm not sure, because I've not, like I said, I've not played American Truck in years. Imagine Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator in one game. I mean, I don't know how possible that would be, or if it would make any sense. So then you'd have to get on some stupid long ferry just to get over to America. Yeah, that's one thing I miss about American Truck DRS, is the trucks. The trucks are really cool. American trucks in general are just really, really cool. I mean, I could get 100k jobs in this, I suppose, Full Life, but maybe it is easier, I'm not sure. But going on to what Michael was saying, imagine American Truck and Euro Truck being in one game. Imagine a World Truck Simulator, where you can go literally anywhere. You only get 40k at most. I mean, this one is 70k I'm getting for this one. Well, less, because I've got damage, but still. We've done jobs before that give us like 150, but the jobs themselves take ages, like they're so long. Asia Truck Simulator? No. A World Truck Simulator, imagine. Just imagine. That would be amazing, but also probably really difficult to run or store. Although saying that, you think how big Euro Truck's map is, like when you've got all the DLCs and stuff, yet the game is like, it's really small. It's like 5 or 6 gig or something like that. It's really small game. Like, it's much smaller than you would expect it to be. So, I don't know how they put all of this map, plus all of the detail, in such a small game. But a World Truck Simulator would be massive, I think. Yeah, once if it was a World Truck Simulator, from what you've told me, DRS, you get to Algeria and you're like,
Right.
basically,
Right.
the objective of the game is to survive.
Exit right.
So what you're basically saying, Full Life, is imagine like it's almost like a real life server, I guess. You've got truckers that take like cargo and stuff. You've got Flight Simulator that could take cargo, but probably mainly passengers. Bus takes passengers. Taxi, passengers. Yeah, that'd be great. And like fully online, it'd be insane, I think. I mean, the nice thing is there's a multiplayer mod for Truck Simulator, which lets you truck with your friends, I guess. But yeah.
Turn right.
I need to lap Le Mans with this Volvo. Imagine if the track was in this game. There's a racetrack in American Truck Simulator. Imagine if they put Le Mans in this game. Like, the circuit, not the place. The place is already in the game. I mean, imagine the circuit. Hey, Sri. Finally find an English Euro Truck Simulator stream. I wouldn't have thought that'd be a rarity, but okay.
Right.
Anyway, welcome. What are you doing? Come on. I'm not going to make this lie, am I? Okay. Sure. Just, yeah. But yeah, if you're watching for Euro Truck, just know that I only stream this once a week. Basically, for anyone that's like kind of new around here, or brand new, whatever. Wilson Wednesdays originally was a weekly Q&A series, and it still is. I wish it still was, but the majority of people that consistently watch me have already asked all the questions that they could possibly think of. So it's not much of a Q&A series these days, but that's the original design of it. And sort of, it's more turned into a chill stream every Wednesday sort of thing. So if you are watching me because it's Euro Truck, then just please keep in mind that I stream this once a week. It's not like a focus of the channel, let's say. But if you're cool with once a week, then I guess subscribe. Maybe you'll like the other things I do on the channel. You never know. All I can say is maybe give it a chance. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit rude here. As long as that guy doesn't change lanes, I'll be fine. There we go. Probably not the smartest or the most polite way of pulling out, but we'll go with it. It is AI after all. Also, what you might notice, I mean, on the Euro Truck streams, it probably wasn't all that obvious anyway, but might be able to notice that my monitor, well, my camera, is wobbling a lot less. I finally took my monitor off my desk and checked the stand on it, and there was a screw that was very close to fully coming out. On my monitor, there's 2 screws that go into the stand, and there was one that was very close to being completely out. So I've tightened them today, and it seems to have improved it, but it's not gotten rid of the issue. My setup is still incredibly wobbly. But I think the rest of the wobble, or at least a decent portion of it, is because my desk is like half on the wood floor, half on the rug. Which is something that I don't know if I'll be able to fix about that. Because of my bed and the other things that's in the room, it's going to be really difficult to move the rug. But who knows? I mean, maybe I'll be able to do it one day and maybe it'll improve things for me. This is something I also thought of as well. I doubt this is going to happen, but it was just a random thought that I had one night when I was thinking about the channel and stuff. Making a racing channel. Which will have basically a set of course of videos and streams and stuff on. A part of me thinks it's a good idea, because then it's not taking up any content days that that is on like this channel, WilsonPlays, yeah. But a part of me says it's a bad idea because not everyone from this channel will go and subscribe to that other channel, plus it'll be really difficult to keep both channels with consistent content. It may even, at the minute, be impossible for me to do that. But it was a really random idea that I had. But it doesn't really seem worth it. I thought maybe it might be worth it, but I just don't think it is. Streaming on the window. No, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Should I bring one at... Oh, okay. Streaming in the window. Oh, right. I have that problem.
Yes, well, that's okay.
It's because you have to, like, twist my handle. You can't just push the door open. And it's not like one of them handles where you could just do that. Like, elbow it down. Thank you.
So did you Scotty?
What else? Why didn't you borrow it up?
Oh, did you want it?
No, I don't want it. Not now, but... I don't know. That'll be fine. I mean, to be fair, you couldn't have carried it anyway. That was once a meme on my channel, but I was apparently an octopus. That's why there's a how do you say it? Squidward. That's it. That's why there's a Squidward emote for members. Because I apparently was an octopus. I can't remember the reason why I was though. Yeah, can someone remind me where Octopus Wilson came from? Because I can't remember. It was probably just one of them really random things that I said. For some reason I could smell it. That's why he was forced to do a face reveal, because people thought I was genuinely an octopus. No.
Keep right.
The face reveal was because people got me to 2,000 subscribers. It was a present. You have to look at this face. I can actually remember round about the time I hit 2,000 subscribers, I was like, oh yeah, it's time for the face reveal now. And then I randomly dropped to like 1,999 and I was like, well, it's not time for the face reveal yet. And I ended up not recording it until I got over 2,000 subscribers and stayed there. Oh, it was just a really random meme, fair enough. Do you know what I kind of think about some of the emotes now? Is that, do you know if people that like are pretty, not pretty new to the channel, because I highly doubt people that are like new to the channel are going to become members anyway. But now that I think about the emotes that are there currently, a lot of them won't make any sense to anyone. Like for example, the high and die one. That would only make sense to anyone that's played Frosted Winter. Or watched me play Frosted Winter. Or... what's another one? The Squidward one. Probably also wouldn't make much sense. Or Doink even. Doink probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Right, I'm just gonna get fuel. I mean, I could chance it and be like, oh, I'll get fuel when I next take a rest stop if I get like a fuel station one, but yeah. Yeah, that could be another one, DRS, but there's already a few that's in mind, but the problem is I can potentially make them or ask someone to make them for me, but you'd never see them until I actually reach my member goals. Like this member goal of 10 I've had for nearly a year now. And it's been 10 to get another remote slot. And that's what the member goals basically are. They're not just numbers that I'm picking out of thin air. My member goal will... Where did he come from? AI headlights need to be brighter. Anyway, I've just murdered someone. But yeah, the member goal will always be the amount that is required to unlock a new emote slot. That's why it is what it is. But I can't... There's quite a few, and I remember writing them on a spreadsheet that I've got for the channel on Google Sheets. All the potential emote ideas and stuff, but I can't do anything with them unless I start meeting these goals. I suppose the nice thing is once you've unlocked the emote slot, let's say we reach 10 members, we get that extra slot, and then for some reason we go back down to 9 or 8 members or whatever, you keep the slot. If you upload an emote to it. It's like, currently, you know, there was a point where I had less than 5 members, which would usually get rid of a slot for me, but I kept the emote because I'd already had an emote there. And that must be how YouTube works. It doesn't take the slots off you. But yeah, that's the way to... I'm glad that YouTube do that, to be honest. I'm glad it's not like, oh, you drop below the amount that a slot is, and then suddenly you lose that slot and lose that emote. I'm glad you keep it, even if you drop under the amount. Full Life, thanks for the membership. Thanks so much, man. That brings us back to 6. We were on 6, we're back at 6. Of course, when Ian sorts his payment stuff out, it'll be 7. So we need 3 more. But yeah, thanks for becoming a member. It'll pop up eventually on the stream. The most iconic San Andreas quote. Maybe not, actually. The orders.
Oh my God! What's up?
Did not expect it to be that loud, but sure. But yeah, thanks for becoming a member, Full Life. First ever YouTube membership I bought. Well, thank you for choosing me. That's much appreciated, man. Maybe Scrain. There's been other things like 144p gang for OAG and Jesse. Because, let's face it, guys. I know it's like, what's the word? Tailored to 2 people, right? But that is commitment. That they watch the entirety of my streams in 144p. They can't even see anything on that quality. So I think the 144p gang, I don't know what the emote's going to look like, but I think that's probably the most deserving for the next slot. Oh my god. Of course there's a police car there. Welcome to the stream, M.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Thank you. I'm such a bully on this game, aren't I? Keep bullying the AI. No. Come on. There we go. Is this GTA 6? Yes. Should have put it in the title, Michael. GTA 6 leaked gameplay. We need to watch on 144p gang to show 144p to show respect to them. I mean, it's massive respect because they sit here like OEG and Jesse. There might be other people, but those are the 2 that I know off the top of my head. Sit there and watch the entirety of the stream in a quality where you can't even really see what's happening. Where I'm like, I could be like, look how much money we've got now, and then they're like, what? I can't see it. That's why I think like the 144p gang emote should be the first. I think the appreciation needs to go to them first. Of course I appreciate all my members and stuff, but I think that emote is probably going to be top of the list in terms of ones I want to make and deploy. So I think if we ever got to 10 members, I'll add that emote. But then in future, with whatever the goals are, I might make a poll, a straw poll or something. Put all my ideas into the straw poll and then have you guys vote for it. Vote for whichever remote is next.
Go straight on.
I'll find a way to do it. But of course emotes for members it should be mainly you guys driving the ideas or driving which ones you want to see first, because of course the members are the ones that are basically paying me for the things that I do on the channel. So
Go straight on.
But with that being said, then I could just ask the members only, but I'll probably ask all the viewers. Actually, no, I will just ask the members. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge if/when we get there. I'm leaning more towards a when, though, because you guys are amazing and the channel is going really well recently. How much money in this game? Currently, I have £44,722. Which would be a lot more if I didn't crash into an invisible wall trying to illegally drive through an accident scene. Wilson makes content while you make its channel. Cringy slogan, but sure. I mean, sort of, yeah. I mean, literally anything you guys do is supporting the channel, of course. Like, you guys just simply watching supports the channel, hitting the like button supports the channel, leaving a comment supports the channel, giving me feedback supports the channel. It's, of course, like, stuff like the super chat button, the membership button, the link, the Streamlabs link in the description for donations is like going the extra mile to support me. But they're, as I was saying, they're options, and they will always be options. It's like, I know, I think I've literally said this like probably hundreds of times before, but there are some content creators that like make exclusive content for members or patrons. Patrons are another common one. Or give, well, that's just the exclusive content bit. I would never do that. Number one, it divides the community, and number two, there's no need for it. Cheers, OAG, for the 10 knocks. Thank you so much, man. Sucks to be that guy in the other lane. I think he's going to be stuck there for a while unless an AI lets him through. Yeah, cheers OAG for the 10. That'll pop up eventually. I mean, yes, Michael, but in the case of
barely anything at all.
In the case of Jesse and OAG, it's just because their internet is, to put it bluntly, shit. But yeah, like I said, it's pure commitment. The fact that those guys watch me even though they're limited to 144p. Yeah, full life. I mean, my internet speeds are pretty, I would consider pretty good. I've got 200 megabit down and 20 up. But when I'm in my room, like I am now, and I'm like watching streams or even videos on my phone, because of how bad the Wi-Fi is in this house, I usually watch it at a lower quality. Like, I was watching a race from a few years ago earlier today, and I was limited to 480p. And that's an uploaded video. Usually you can watch an uploaded video much easier than you can a live stream. But I was limited to 480p because the Wi-Fi is just that bad. Like my signal was awful. Oh my god, I just want to sleep. Yeah, there's a massive queue. That car is just waiting. Because the bus is like waiting to pull into the fuel station or whatever, and there's a queue. That is ridiculous, DeFil. I mean, with me, I download games like super fast these days. Like, I'm loving it. I've not had 200 megabits for a while either. That's a pretty new thing for me. But I'm just loving how fast I can download things. Not to try and make anyone jealous or whatever, but yeah, I'm just loving it. Oh, thank you so much, Seven. Thanks for the kind words. I'm glad you really enjoy my content. It means a lot to me. Honestly, it's such a great feeling when you start Australidays. It could be GTA, AC, it could be Euro Truck, whatever. Just seeing that people are like, the second you go live, there's already people here. That is a feeling that is amazing as like a content creator or a streamer. It is a great feeling. And that's one thing that really motivates me, is that it doesn't really matter what I'm streaming, someone is always there. Like, there's people that just watch me all the time, and it's brilliant. I love it. I mean, there's probably a reason why you subscribed, like a particular reason. Maybe you subscribed because of my underground content. Maybe you subscribed because of Euro Truck, or you subscribed
Go straight on.
for, like, I don't know, Frosted Winter. There's loads of examples. But when you go on to, like, basically watch me and find me entertaining and watch me no matter what I do, that is awesome. So it's a lovely feeling. It's amazing. Oh really, Savant? It's fine, man. But yeah, thank you. All I was saying to you was like, thank you for the kind words. Oh my god, DeFil, your friends had a nightmare by the sound of it. That is ridiculous. Problem with my Wi-Fi is that it's actually great most of the time, but sometimes it just goes on a tangent and stops working. Like right now it just froze. My Wi-Fi used to be pretty, like, good, unless you're in my room. My room has always been a Wi-Fi dead spot. But these days it's even worse. Like, we had a new router not long ago, or router, whatever you want to call it. And obviously the speed upgrade, but since all of that happened, the Wi-Fi itself has been a lot worse. Like, it's really shit that the Wi-Fi is even pretty bad when I'm downstairs, and that's where the router is, or the router. I have to say it in both ways, just so everyone properly understands what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's recently been really shit, and then in my room it's even worse. Like, it's a good job that on the phone contract that I've got, I get 100 gigabytes of data, because I can watch and do whatever I want with that and never go over and be overcharged. But it's a good job that I have that, because my Wi-Fi is just that bad that even at home I use a lot of mobile data. If I was a Top Gear TV show CEO, I would hire you. Thanks, DRS. His notepad crashed? Does he have like a really bad PC or something? Oh, holy shit. It sounds fucked. And some of the issues I've had with mine, I thought mine was dying, but damn. Sounds like he started installing Battlefield 3 and then everything just died in his system. That's a 2070 with an R5 3600. The hell is an R5 3600? What is that? Oh, Ryzen 5. Okay, now it makes sense. Oh, okay. His PC's probably faster than mine then, I think.
Get ready to turn left.
Is it? Is a Ryzen 5 better than an 8700K? I honestly don't know. I'm so, like, not in the loop with technology these days. Not that it matters, I'm just, like, trying to continue the conversation. It's $200. I remember buying the 8700K. I had to pre-order my 8700K because it wasn't out yet. £380 that cost. 380. But then not long after it went down by like 100 and I was really sad. How far is left? 489 miles. Which is a lot. I think the 3rd gen R5 is capacity i5 9th gen. Okay. Doesn't completely tell the story though, because mine's an i7. I reckon, if I had to guess, hearing about the Ryzen 5, what you've just told me, his and my processor are going to be very similar in terms of performance. Like, how many... with the same amount of cores as an i7. So, has a Ryzen 5 got 6 then? I'm going to guess they're very similar then. Ryzen 5 and my processor is probably very similar. Your Ryzen 5 is 6 cores, 12 threads, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe mine is faster, but not by a lot. I've got mine OC to 5 gigahertz. And I know my processor, in terms of per core performance, is still rapid. But I don't know what the per core performance is on a Ryzen 5, so I'm not sure. Not that it matters. As long as it does the things that you want to do with it, it doesn't matter how fast it is. Hey Jesse, welcome to the stream, man. You have 2 cores. Rip. All your computers have been crappy. All of my computers, like, that I've had, apart from my very first one, which had an i3 and a GTX 650 in it. I mean, at the time, I was playing everything I wanted to play at very good settings at good frame rates. So I can't really complain there, but then it very quickly wasn't enough. So I had to buy a 970. And then, once I bought a 970, I realised that the i3 that I had was bottlenecking the shit out of it. So, a week after I bought my 970, I had to buy an i5. And then I had that for a year or two, I think, that sort of configuration. There was a few other upgrades I made, like more RAM, storage, all that stuff. And then there was a point where I literally spent £800 on CPU, motherboard, power supply, and maybe the case. I don't think I bought the case at the time, but I spent a shitload of money basically upgrading the shit out of my PC. And I've had this PC ever since, and it more than does anything I need it to. Even streaming, because I've found, because now NVENC encoder actually works for me, I don't even use my CPU for streaming. So my CPU usage is, I don't know what it is right now, but it's going to be really low. All I know is OBS is only using 1.5% CPU. So my CPU usage is going to be very low. i5 10th gen, but my graphics card's just an integrated graphics card. You'll be able to get a graphics card soon though, man. Like, maybe save up a little bit. I know the prices are probably ridiculous right now. Ah, fair enough, DeFil. I don't know what I
Go
would...
straight on.
If I were to, like, buy a new computer... Oh, it's a laptop, fair enough. If I were to buy a new computer, I would probably go AMD. As much as I've always been Intel, AMD is just winning at the minute. For, like, price to performance and maybe even performance in general. Can't even run 4K on this PC. I could probably do 4K on my RTX 2070. Or... I don't know what games I would get away with doing that on. This one, probably. Euro Truck, probably. But, let's say a brand new game, like a 2020 or a 2021 game, I think an RTX 2070 would struggle a bit. Yeah, AMD in the last couple of years have improved massively. Like, you see loads of YouTubers, like, particularly the technology ones, like Jay's 2 Cents and Linus Tech Tips and stuff, they've all gone AMD. Managed to play the truck games at 30 FPS. The truck games are really well optimized, though. Like, the truck simulators are really well optimized. Usually. I've had, like, the really stupid lags in Euro Truck recently, which don't make a lot of sense. Although, I don't want to jinx anything, but we've been live for 2 hours and 18 minutes right now, and I've not had a single lag. Issues with AC, the CPU issues. I just need, well, the CPU usage, should I say, not issues, but the way it uses the CPU. I just need a really fast CPU, like per core performance. That's what I need. If I want to, like, play AC with, like, big grids of cars, I just need a CPU that is rapid with a single core. Which this one is. 5 GHz, and it's not that old. It's rapid, but there could be better. It's all about this, I think it's IPC or something, instructions per core, I think it stands for. There's obviously newer CPUs that are going to be much faster than mine. 17 likes, thanks guys. I mean, yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed how well this stream's gone, like in terms of the consistent viewers and stuff, and we welcomed a new member to the member family. So it's been a really good stream. I wasn't sure what to expect before I started the stream, but it's been really, really good. Stop jinxing it. I'm sorry. That wasn't my fault. Yeah, Euro Truck usually, unless you're having the issues I had, usually runs really, really well. It's very well optimized for what it is, because it's a huge game, there's a lot going on all the time, yet it plays really, really well. And it still looks pretty as well. Yeah, fair enough, DeFil. Who is the new member? It's Full Life. Full Life 3 has become a member today. Went Half-Life 3. Yeah, it's a bit. It's like Ian's been having payment issues. That's why he's not a member anymore. So it went down to 5, but then Full Life became a member, so it's back at 6. So once Ian sorts stuff out, we should be back at 7. Or we should be at 7, and then there'll be 3 left until the next emote slot.
Keep right.
Oh shit, it's 43. Now it's 50. Oh, 56. Okay, I'll take it. Thoughts on the new Resident Evil? I don't know. I've not seen anything on it. I've seen that it exists, but that's as far as it goes for me. I've got a really uncommon opinion, because I think I've said this before, that I enjoyed Resident Evil 5, but then I remember getting a backlash from you guys for that. Because I'm pretty sure you all said that Resident Evil 5 was shit. But I actually really enjoyed it. Oh, you enjoyed Resident Evil? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else then. I might be thinking of something else. I think when I played through it, DeFil, it was split screen on somebody's PS3. Either that or we took it in turns. I can't fully remember. This is going to be really awkward, by the way. Because my character's going to need to sleep, right? But if I sleep, it makes me late. I think. Does it? It might do. I'm currently not late, but my guy will need to sleep before the end of the job, and if I sleep, it will make me late. I'm pretty sure I looked earlier, but there's no ferry, is there? Doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm driving all the way. Why don't I zoom out? What am I doing? No, I am driving all the way. Big yikes. This is not going to be good then. Hey, Vinny. What's the stream, man?
Keep left.
Keep left? Okay. Oh shit, 43 again. Vinny the Pooh is here. Where are we going? Finland. Ever been to France in real life? I've never left the UK in real life. Which sounds depressing.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah, I've never been abroad. Which is kind of sad.
Right.
Oh, I bet it's filthy, Jesse, now. Rain makes cars really dirty. Travelling is cheap now. It's also kind of impossible. There's a lot of regulations and stuff.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alright, it's on the shelter. Ah, fair enough. That's alright then.
Right. Go straight on.
Hopefully full life, but of course we said that about when 2020 was ending, we all said that. But it just didn't happen, I guess. Whatever. How's my day been? Not awful. I mean, my mood's not been great today, but the stream has definitely lifted me up a bit. Well, actually quite a lot. But apart from that, my day's been pretty boring. How about you, Vinny? How's your day been? Yeah, same, full life. Glad to hear it got better. Streams usually make it better, especially when Euro Truck behaves. I mean, I guess the issue was my GPU getting too hot. But technically 2020 is a better year for you than 2019. That is true. And from the start of 2021 so far, 2021 is going to be better than 2020.
Get ready to turn right.
Especially, well, if you take December out of the equation, the channel is going to be better in 2021 than it was in 2020.
Turn right.
Because so far, everything, if you look at, well, you guys can't see it, but I can. Look at the statistics of the channel, everything is green. And it is very green. Apart from, of course, revenue, but after what happened in December, I'm not surprised.
Keep right.
What do you mean, Vindis? Ah. I'm sorry, Jesse. Shit. No police cars, please, thank you.
Go straight up.
Sorry to hear that, Savant. Ah, fair enough, Vindis. I mean... it'll start getting better. We all hope, anyway. We don't want a 2020 version 2. So far we've got it, but hopefully it'll change.
Keep left. Keep right.
Hopefully, Savant. Hopefully for the better. That turbo noise, yeah.
Keep left.
Trying to go as quick as I can because my guy's going to need to sleep, but sleeping will make me late. Or very close to being late. Ah, that sounds great, Vindis. I'm so glad to hear that, man. Hopefully we'll get you back racing and stuff soon. So we need a AMS AI race at some point. With our very amazing IMSA mod. Risk it for the biscuit. I mean,
Go straight
that's
up.
not gonna work. To be honest, full life. I mean, my guy's gonna start properly falling asleep if I try that. I need to. My guy does need to sleep. So I'm just gonna have to be late, basically. Fair enough, Jesse. It's getting dark.
Keep left.
A little bit. I mean, he'll be fine. He's still one screen short. Just
Keep left.
you'll get a screen back soon, I'm sure. Do you know, I keep having this conversation in Discord and stuff, and I'd like with other people and whatnot, like how much I don't miss doing league races and stuff, but doing races with friends is one thing I really miss. Like especially Vindis, because Vindis and me and Vindis used to do races all the time with like random car track combinations against AI. We used to do some really stupid shit sometimes. Like we once did a multi-class race in R Factor 2 with it was multi-class with AI, and there was any class of car you can think of, it was there. There was like touring cars, there was LMP1s, there was DTMs, there was GTs. It was ridiculous. Like, it's the sort of shit that me and Vindis decide that it's going to be fun, but then it ends up being fun for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, I honestly miss that. I really do. That's the reason I won't get back into it, Vindis, because it's the motivation to practice so much, and then it's actually the time as well. I just don't have the time for it. Where I get jealous of not really racing anymore, it's like when I see people like Jimmeh Broadbent streaming the iRacing endurance races. That's where I'm like, oh, I wish I had iRacing and a couple of teammates to do this. But that's like where I miss league racing. Or, well, just online racing, I guess. Please no, DeFil, please no. Yeah, it's not about the fines full life, it's when your guy fully falls asleep, you lose control. Like, you can't steer the truck or anything. I don't want to, like, crash into something and get even more damage. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. The fines are fine, literally. Because they're not that expensive. It's if I crash the truck. That's the big part of it. No, DeFil, just no. I was saying this to... I realised, actually, it's exactly a month until my birthday. I don't know what I'm going to do for it, like, if I'm doing a birthday stream or not, and then if I am, what am I doing? I honestly don't know. Last year, it was just continuing a GTA SA randomizer series, but if I were to do a birthday stream, it'd be something a bit special, I think. Or something, yeah, something really enjoyable. But even if I don't stream on my actual birthday, I will do a stream around it. That's like a special birthday stream or whatever. Don't really know what to do though. Getting drunk on my birthday stream. No, I probably won't. Getting drunk on streams, as I've learned in the past, isn't ideal. It's not recommended. But yeah. Probably won't be getting drunk, but I just need to like think of something special I can do. Do you know something that I wouldn't usually do? Something that makes it special. A drunk ETS2 driving stream. I guess you missed my Christmas Eve stream then. Or you haven't watched the highlights video from the Christmas Eve stream. Yeah. I don't, DeFil. I still don't watch. I still refuse to watch that stream pack. Yeah, it can, Savin. I mean, I haven't done that. I haven't done anything I regret on being drunk on stream, thankfully, but there is a really high risk of it. That's why I won't do it. It's not that I don't drink alcohol while I'm streaming anymore. I do. I just don't get drunk anymore. It was only really Christmas Eve that I did, but if I was to like drink alcohol in the future on stream, I wouldn't get close to being drunk. It's not worth the risk. Because you could say something you don't mean, you could do something you don't want to do, etc. You know, it's risky. It's risky business.
Go straight on. Exit now.
No, I need to... Do you know what though? There's a couple of special dates coming up for the channel. Oh yeah, DeFil, yeah. There's the 6-year anniversary of the channel. Like, not of the channel itself, I mean since my first upload. That is If I remember correctly, February 20th, but I need to look at that again and see when that was. So I'll probably be doing something for that. And then there's obviously my birthday, which I should do something special for. So there's a couple of special streams that I need to plan out, like what I'm gonna do for them. GTA UK. GTA in real life. Yeah, let's not do that. Might not be recommended. GTA Live, but chat controls all your actions. Damn. It'd be great if I could do like chat controls chaos mod, but I think that's just Twitch that can do that right now. I don't think it's possible on YouTube. There was a GTA London game 7 years ago. London 1960 something or whatever it was. But GTA 1 and 2 is not set in the UK, I don't think. No, GTA 1 and 2 that's Liberty City, isn't it? Yeah, chat made me do it. It wasn't me, it was chat. Right, I'm gonna just pull in here. GTA 1 had multiple cities, fair enough. I don't know, I've never played them. Because I've never owned those games. I mean, I own them now on PC, but they don't work. Right, I've done the sleepy sleep. Don't know where I'm going, like. I need to turn around. There we go. Right. End of the job. Let's do this.
Turn right, and then turn right.
Let's try not and be too late. I didn't look. There we go. And the rain is making this handle like shit.
Keep right.
Yeah, the GTA 1 and 2 don't work on my PC. I've not really investigated how to get them to work either. Like, I can't be bothered. Like, I don't want to play them that badly that I'll try every trick in the book to get them working. But they just don't work. Yeah, you're right, Screen. It was GTA 3 that kicked off the franchise. The other two was just... yeah. Yeah, definitely OAG, but I suppose you could get an emulator and play them that way. Then they'll definitely work. Oh, I loved The Getaway. It's a great game. Yeah, I know, DeFil. It's pretty shit. That might have to be another game that I stream, you know. Like, download, well, get it for the emulator and stream The Getaway. It was such a good game. Why is this guy not going 50? I can't remember, Screen, to be honest. Maybe. But there was a lot of very British cars in that game. GTA 400%. I mean, I kind of have already done it, The only thing I missed was pigeons. Because the game decided to crash when I was getting them all. And I hadn't realised that it doesn't auto-save after every pigeon, so I lost a lot of progress, and I just thought, yeah, fuck this. Goodbye that series. And then I was supposed to shoot all the pigeons for a video, but I never did it. So, the series on my channel is basically GTA 4 97%. Or I think the exact amount is 97.5%. So, if I remember correctly, pigeons make up 2.5% of completion. Yeah, it's incredibly accurate, Full Life. To say it was released back on PS2, it was a fantastic game. It was way ahead of its time. Whoa, why is the speed limit going this far down? 19 miles an hour, are you kidding me? Why? Uh-oh. What is this? Now it's back up to 50. Can I even accelerate in this gear? I kind of am. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and overtake this guy. I think he's going way too slow. Please no. That was said too many times about Saints Row. Oh, that's interesting, Jesse. I know there's a story about how GTA was like created. It was a glitch in a racing game, I think, where it's like you could basically go anywhere that you wanted.
Go straight up.
Well, that's what I've heard. I don't know if that bit's true. I'm not sure. I don't think I ever played The Godfather. I remember having it, but I don't remember playing it. Cheers, Jesse, for posting the links. Wouldn't you say Most Wanted was the first Need for Speed GTA ripoff? Because of the police. In Underground 2, there is no police that chase you and ram you. What's the minced counter at? I don't know. Type exclamation mark minced. And find out. I think it's like 15 or something. But that's because I've never reset the command. So it's... the counter keeps going up. I need to edit that because it looks really weird. Maybe I need to put brackets around the number. Ah, fair enough, Jesse. Yeah, Witcher is completely different to GTA. People make some really strange comparisons. real life gangsters and CJ clothes. I can try, Jesse, but I wouldn't know the first thing about setting that up.
Get ready.
I had to Google how to set up a counter in the first place, never mind one that's particularly that stream and then one that's for the year.
Turn left.
I wouldn't know what to do in terms of setting that up. Hey, Clamor Kitty. Bullied that guy. I need to go really wide though, so there's a car like right there. There we go. Yeah, it is what it is. People make some really strange comparisons. Yes, screen, of course I was, but when it finally got released for PC, I loved it, but played through it and then it played online quite a bit, but then it started getting updated and it's gone to shit. And then I realised how boring GTA 5 actually is, both single player and multiplayer. 1 hour left? Yeah, of the job, yeah. Not a real hour though. Hyped for GTA 5 again. Oh, there's special enhanced and expanded version that's coming to PS5 that is literally going to be the same game. Yeah, of course I am. GTA 5 with Chaos Mod can be interesting. I mean, I could see that. But, yeah. You shouldn't need a mod to make a game interesting. Yeah, there's probably ways of having a lot of fun in GTA 5. I just can't seem to find it. It's really difficult for me to enjoy playing that game. Be amazing with chat voting. Unfortunately, I don't think that would be possible through YouTube. Yeah, we've got a lot of new subscribers recently, Clamor Kitty. It may be because of underground multiplayer, I'm not really sure, but the subscriber count has gone up by quite a lot recently. That's going to change my speed limit. Or not. What? There it is. There's the speed limit change. I knew it was coming. I mean, maybe Jesse, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, there's obviously some of you guys that play GTA 5 on PC, but other than that, I don't really have anyone to play with. Plus, if I was ever to play GTA Online with you guys, it'd be a stream, because otherwise I just don't have the time. Supercars have the same top speed, yeah. There's like a speed cap in GTA Online of like 140, I think it is, according to the speedo that's in the car. It's like, great. Thanks for that. Yeah, either that or it should be like a racing lobby or something, I don't know. Like stunt races. Yeah, GTA 4 Online's kind of... I've had a lot of fun in like years past with GTA 4 Online.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Yes, Full Life. I tried to stream it for DeFil's membership birthday stream and I hated it.
Go straight on.
Mainly because I couldn't understand it, but yeah. The way you make suggestions is that you could either do it in the chat and then either me or DeFil will remember to add it to a spreadsheet, If not,
All over now.
if you don't do that, then you could do it in Discord. Yeah, that stream where my computer turned itself off and didn't come back on. Yeah, it was that stream. Hey. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think we lost a few thousand, but that's fine. Right, guys. The stream should have been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and 53 because I somehow selected a really long job. But if you enjoyed the stream, guys, we are at the end of it now. So please hit the like button if you haven't already. And what's the next game you want to play? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't really know. But I'm just, at the minute, continuing what I'm doing right now. But we'll see. But if you enjoyed the stream, guys, please hit the like button, get subscribed if you haven't already. Big thank you to OAG for your donation today. And also a massive thank you, if I press the right button, I think it's that one, yep. To my channel members, OAG, DeFil, Storm, Emma and Jesse, and of course Full Life 3, who became a member during the stream. Your name will be in the description and on that member screen for next stream. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have an awesome evening. There's a video tomorrow. And then, of course, the next stream will be Friday. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, see you later, guys. Take care. Have a great evening. And I shall see you in the next one. Take care, guys.